Good morning, dear children. This is the rest part of the chapter 6, The Making of a Scientist. See, in the previous video, I have detailed page numbers 32 and 33. In this video, I am going to detail page number 34 and 35. So, children, in the previous video, you came to know that how the children's book, The Travels of Monarch X, becomes the turning point in the life of Ebright. So, let's begin page number 34 now. You can see at the top given at the end of the book. Now see children, at the end of the book, which book? The children's book named The Travels of Monarch X that his mother had given him. The readers of the book were invited to help the study of butterfly migration. So children, whosoever the readers were, the readers of this children's book, all the readers of the book were invited to help the study of butterfly migration, the seasonal movements of the butterflies. Not only that, the readers were also asked to tag. Tag means bind. Tag means to bind, to supply with an identifying marker. Okay, children? Or you can also say attached string. So they were tagged, they were bound, they were marked butterflies by Dr. Frederick Urquhart of the University of Toronto in Canada. So actually they were asked, all the readers were asked to bind, to tag the butterflies by which doctor? By Dr. Frederick Urquhart of the University of Toronto in Canada. Richie's mother, that is Richard's mother, wrote to the Dr. Urquhart, and soon he was attaching adhesive tags. Adhesive means which is sticky, able to stick fast to a surface or object which is sticky, and sticky tags to the wings of the butterflies. The person who would find a butterfly with a tag was asked to send the tag to Dr. Urquhart. The butterfly collecting season lasted for around 6 weeks. So children, all the readers were asked to help the study of butterflies. For that, what were they told to do? They were told to attach sticky marker, sticky bindings, sticky attached string to the wings of the butterflies, so that it will be easy to have a thorough study about butterflies. And the butterfly collecting season lasted for around 6 weeks. Then Ebright understood that if he kept on collecting butterflies one by one, he would not be able to collect many, because it will be very difficult to collect one butterfly, then tag, mark, and then again another butterfly. In that way, he would not be able to collect many butterflies. So he had an idea. You know children what? So the next step he took was that he decided to raise a flock of butterflies. Then he decided to develop a group of butterflies, and that also in his basement. You know children what is the meaning of basement? Basement meaning the floor of a building which is partly or entirely below ground level. You can also say cellar, CELLAR, basement, that is cellar. Okay, the underground, below ground level. So he started raising a flock of butterflies in his basement. He used to catch a female butterfly, collect its eggs, and raise them, cultivate them in his basement through their proper life cycles. And you know children, their proper life cycles are from egg to caterpillar, then to pupa, and then to adult butterfly. This we say the complete life cycle of a butterfly, right from egg, then caterpillar, then pupa, then adult butterfly. Then he used what it is given here, larva of butterfly, okay, the early stage of butterfly. Then he used to tag the wings of the butterflies and would let them go. After tagging, after attaching the string or marking the string or binding the wings of the butterfly, then he let all the butterflies fly, go. There were thousands of monarchs butterflies in his basement, growing in different life stages for many years. Soon he started losing interest. Coming to the next paragraph, you can see a graph given, number and kinds of butterflies collected in 6 weeks. You can see the graph is already given, the different kinds of butterflies given in this graph. Okay, it was completed in 6 weeks. So, but gradually, Albright started losing interest in tagging butterflies. Tagging butterflies, tagging means already I have said to bind, attach string so that you can identify the butterflies later. Children, if you tag the butterfly and let them go, and it survives under the basement only, it grew in different life stages, later you can find it out if you have tagged the butterflies. But he lost his interest in tagging butterfly because it was a very slow and tiring process. He used to become tired, so it was very slow and tiring process. That's why he lost his interest. It also did not get him much response. He did not get much result growing all these butterflies in his basement. So he said that out of the many butterflies that he tagged, only 2 could be recaptured by people, and those 2 were not more than 75 miles away from where he lived. Actually, children, Richard raised thousands of butterflies, tagged them, and then released them to study their migration. After tagging, marking on the strings of their wings, he released them so that he can study about their seasonal movement. But soon he lost the interest because 2 of his tagged butterflies were returned to him, and they had traveled only 75 miles. So now children, what is the main purpose of tagging monarchs butterflies? You know, the main purpose of tagging monarchs is to associate the location of original capture with the point of recovery for each butterfly. So actually, citizen scientists record the date, location, monarch gender, and unique tag number for each fall migrating monarch butterflies that they tag, and then submit this data to be used in research. So that's why Dr. Urquhart had told to help them in studying about the tagging butterflies. So Albright got interest and he also tried his efforts. Now coming to the next paragraph, you can see next page number, then in the 7th grade. So the next step he took was that he decided to raise a flock of butterflies. That he did it, but he lost interest. Now coming to the next page number 35. When he was in class 7, he came to know what real science was, because he lost as a Kanti science. He lost, you can see at the top given, he went at a Kanti science fair, but he lost his. What is Kanti means? Region. The fair which was organized within a region. He did not get success. He lost a Kanti science fair. It was a really sad feeling for him to see all other people win something while he did not win anything. So children, it is said that failure is the pillar of success. When you once fail in doing something, you try your effort to become success. So in this county fair also, Albright did not get success, and that was a lesson for him, so that he can try next time to become successful. So he showed frog tissue. Actually, what happened? What did he do in this science fair, county science fair? He showed frog tissue slides under a microscope, but realized that all the winners had actually tried to perform an experiment and not just make a neat display out of their projects. Okay, so actually Albright showed only a frog tissue on the glass slide under a microscope, and what the other winners have done, they had shown their experiments. So it was from here Albright to got a lesson to do something different in his life. So, and not just to make a neat display out of their project. He had already started developing the competitive spirit inside him. So, Albright has a competitive feeling. So, children, you have to keep a competitive feeling, then only you will be able to become a successful person in your life. And failure is the pillar of success also. So, he failed to become the winner in the county science fair. So next time he had a competitive spirit to do something new and to become the winner. So now he had decided that he would be making a real project for the next year's fair. So next fair he started doing something. He decided that in the next project he will be doing something real project which will be completely different from the other winners. For that he started working hard. He thought and realized that he had maximum knowledge about the subject of insects, as he had seen studying them for quite some time now. So he wrote to Dr. Urquhart for ideas, and he sent back a lot of ideas for his next year's project. So children, Dr. Urquhart also played a very important role. He was a mentor for Albright. So when Albright wrote Dr. Urquhart for ideas, so Dr. Urquhart also sent back him a lot of ideas for the next year's project. Dr. Urquhart had already helped him. He remained busy with those ideas all throughout his high school and won many prizes. Now children, when he was in for his 8th grade, let's see, for his 8th grade, when he was in his class 8, he did experiment. You know what was his experiment when he was in class 8? He tried to find the cause, the reason of a viral disease that killed nearly all the monarch caterpillars every few years. And what conclusion did he make? First of all, Albright thought that the viral disease was being transmitted through beetles. You know what is beetle? Actually children, beetles are kind of insects. You can see in the picture also, they are insect. So actually Albright thought that these all viral disease were transmitted through beetle. So Albright started raising caterpillars in the presence of beetles. He kept those beetle insects everywhere, and then in the presence of the beetles insect, he started growing the worms, the caterpillars, to find out the reason for the viral disease. But it was of no use. It was of no use, but when he showed that he had tried such an experiment, he won something for his project. So what was his experiment, children? His experiment was to find the cause of a viral disease that killed nearly all monarch caterpillars. Next he did the, while trying this became unsuccessful, but during the course of his experiment he also learned something new, and that was to do project. For the next year he tried the theory that viceroy butterflies copy monarch butterflies. So for the next year he took up a project. What was his project? He wanted to prove that viceroy butterflies copy monarch butterflies. Now we are going to know differentiating between the viceroy's butterflies and monarch butterflies. This was his project. He was going to prove that viceroy butterflies copy monarch butterflies. Now children, why? That I will tell later, why viceroys copy monarch butterfly. But for that, first of all, he put forward the theory that viceroy butterflies look like monarch butterflies because monarchs do not taste good to the birds. Actually, birds eat the butterflies. Okay, children? So monarch butterflies were not liked by birds. Monarch's butterflies do not taste good to the birds, and birds like to eat viceroy butterflies. So the more the viceroy looked like the monarch, the less likely it is that viceroy would be eaten by a bird. So the project was viceroy butterflies tried to copy monarch butterflies, and we have seen the reason also. Monarch butterflies were not liked by birds, viceroy butterflies were liked by birds. So it happened that if all the viceroy butterflies are eaten by birds, then gradually viceroy's butterflies population will decrease, it will decline. So the more viceroy looked like monarch, the less likely it is that viceroy would be eaten by birds too. He wanted to show in his project that would a bird eat monarchs or not. What does he wanted to prove in his project, children? Actually, he wanted to prove that whether a bird eat monarch butterflies or not, because monarchs were not tasted, they were not tasted good to the bird, and the main project was on this only. The question was whether the birds eat monarchs or not. He was trying to prove this project. He found out that the starling, you can see a word given, a starling. Starling is what? Starling is also a kind of butterfly. Okay, it is a common European bird with black, brown, spotted plumage, having plumes on its body, which nests near buildings and is a good mimic. It tries to copy also. So while doing the trial, doing his project, whether birds eat monarch butterflies or not, he found that only and only the starling bird would prefer eating a monarch butterfly. Only the kind of which bird? The starling bird prefer eating a monarch butterfly. Not all birds eat monarch. Later, research showed that the viceroys copied the monarch. Now we have come to know why the viceroy butterflies copied the monarch butterflies. To protect themselves from the birds. The viceroy butterflies don't want to become the victim, the prey, the bait, the food of the birds. So they copied the monarch butterflies to protect themselves from the birds. This project won him the first division in the zoology department and the third overall position in the country science fair. Do you know, children, what is zoology? Biology is divided into two, zoology and botany department. The scientific study of the behavior, structure, physiology, classification and distribution of animals is called zoology. Okay, so this project, which product he was trying to find out whether birds eat monarch butterflies, and he proved that only the starling birds eat monarch butterflies and viceroy butterflies copy monarch butterflies to protect themselves from the birds. And this project won him the first division in the zoology department and third overall position in the country region science fair. So children, that's all. The next pages will be in the next video. It will be continued in the next video. Till then children, bye. Thank you all.